He's trading in on Camelot, celebrity, conspiracy theories, and conflict for personal gain and fame. I've listened to him. I know him. I have no idea why anyone thinks he should be president. What I do know is his candidacy is an embarrassment.
So I want you guys to pay close attention to how this is covered, or if this is covered. Pay close attention to anyone that has been sympathetic to RFK, making videos sort of simping for him. You know, RFK speaks the truth on COVID, or RFK exposed the liberal media, whatever, right? Or the classic, the one you guys know I love. Such and such smeared RFK. Such and such smeared RFK. Look at those people who make those types of videos. Observe, right? Observe. One, who does not cover this statement made by his relative, right? If you're covering RFK, this is something that you definitely want to cover, unless you're trying to manipulate your audience, unless you're trying to promote a narrative, and this goes against that, then you might want to suppress it. But there's no reason that if you have interest in covering RFK, that you won't cover what a family member is saying. This is not liberal media and, you know, the Democrats and whatever. This is a family member speaking about their family member, right? And you can understand what that means. I mean, think about the implications of speaking out publicly against your family member. Now, I don't know what their relationship is like, but you could be creating additional tension in your family in terms of the people in the family that, you know, are close with RFK, you know, and maybe they're close with you. Now there's going to create a separation. So it's easy for someone on the media to just say whatever, RFK is a crank, he's a whatever, right? It's easy for YouTubers to say it, but for a family member to say that, there's serious consequences. I mean, you only have one family, right? And if you create tension in that family, I mean, you could be stuck with the consequences for life. And families are large, right? Could be a lot of different relationships that could be torn apart based on what he's doing. So therefore, that gives a lot of significance to him, you know, making these types of statements. So to not cover it is either to be really sloppy at your job, or it is inconvenient to a certain narrative you want to promote, and, you know, you don't want to confuse your audience because you want them to think a certain way, and them, you know, hearing this might make them kind of like, I don't know, right? So it's like, let's just pretend we don't see this, or we'll mention it at the end of a long live stream, or we'll mention it in a video about something else. And that's the only reason why, if you've been covering RFK, you wouldn't make a video that focuses on this statement, that has RFK's son calls out RFK, or something to that effect, right? Make an actual video about this statement. The only reason not to do it is if you're perhaps not being honest with your audience. Now, we have some really good propagandists on YouTube, and some of the best ones might actually talk about this, and the narrative is going to be, this guy just wants attention. People like Tim Pool, one of the best in the business as far as propaganda. People like Ben Shapiro, someone who's really, really good at propaganda. He might be the one to say that as well. And the narrative from both sides, through these people, is probably going to be, this guy is looking for attention. Who cares what he thinks? If you can find a link to him in Democrats, you can, you know, put some conspiracy theory that, oh, he's working on behalf of the Democrats, or some mumbo jumbo, to completely dismiss it. Now, props to them for even mentioning it, if they do, especially making a video about it, if they do. But I'm expecting in general this to be ignored. So, those are my predictions. Let's see what actually happens. And I'm interested to know what your thoughts are on what it actually means. This is Debate Me channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well.